We always knew not to go in the basement at Nana's house. She never locked it, just kept a wooden chair propped in front of the door like it was holding back a ghost. Anytime we asked, she'd wave a hand and say something cryptic like, "That part of the house is better left sleeping." Naturally, we all assumed it was full of junk. Or maybe spiders. Or cursed furniture. Something spooky, but mundane. It wasn't until after Nana passed that the truth came out, and it changed everything. The whole family gathered for the reading of the will, which turned out to be less of a reading and more of a scavenger hunt. Nana, being the theatrical queen she was, left each of us an envelope with a single handwritten clue. Mine said, "To find the truth, go where no one goes. Blood remembers." I thought it was a metaphor. It was not. My cousin Gina, who, let's be honest, thrives on drama like a succulent thrives on neglect, interpreted it literally. "The basement," she whispered, wide-eyed. "It's always been the basement. We're opening it." And she did. We all watched as she moved the chair, turned the knob, and creaked the door open like a scene out of Scooby-Doo. The air that rushed out was stale and cold, and the first thing we noticed was the smell, dust, mildew, and something metallic. The staircase groaned under our weight as we descended. At the bottom, there was nothing but a single bulb swaying above a small, padlocked trunk in the corner. Gina picked the lock with a hairpin, because of course she did, and inside we found three things. A thick file folder labeled Clara, 1968. A photo of a woman who looked exactly like my mom, but wasn't. A birth certificate for a baby girl named Clara May Holloway. We all stared. My mom, standing behind me, whispered, "That's not possible." Turns out it was more than possible. Clara was Nana's first child, born when she was 17. She'd gotten pregnant out of wedlock in a small, judgmental town where nice girls didn't make those kinds of mistakes. Her father, our great-grandfather, forced her to give the baby up for adoption and pretend it never happened. She never told anyone. Not even her husband. Not even my mom, her own second-born daughter. The file was full of letters, heartbreaking, handwritten letters Nana had written to Clara over the years but never mailed. She poured her soul into them. Describing birthdays she missed, holidays she cried through, what Clara might look like, might sound like. But the most recent letter was different. It was dated just 3 months before Nana died. Clara reached out. "She wants to meet. I'm afraid. I'm ashamed. But I want to see her. I want you all to know, if she comes to you, she is yours too. She is family." My mom collapsed into a chair and cried. We stood there in stunned silence until my brother, who'd been holding the photo, said quietly, "I think I met this woman at the funeral. She said she was an old friend of Nana's. She looked just like Mom. I thought it was weird." We ran upstairs. Checked the guest book. There it was. Clara May Holloway. No phone number. No address. Just a name finally returned to the family it was taken from. We haven't found her yet. But now we know she's out there, and that she's always been part of us, even if we didn't know it. And Nana? She wasn't protecting us from something dangerous in that basement. She was protecting a secret she'd kept so long it had grown its own gravity. After the funeral and the basement revelation, life should have returned to normal. But how do you return to normal when your dead grandmother has a secret daughter roaming around like a plot twist with unfinished business? We all became obsessed. My mom went full FBI, scanning adoption records, cross-referencing Facebook profiles, even contacting a woman named Clara Holloway in Boise, who turned out to be a 28-year-old Reiki healer with commitment issues. My brother wrote a Reddit post, because of course he did, titled "My Grandmother Had a Secret Daughter. How do I find her?" Also, is this illegal? But it was my cousin Gina who cracked it, again. Honestly, we should have just handed her a trench coat and called her Detective Drama. "I found a P.O. box in the corner of one of Nana's letters," she announced one evening, waving it like a golden ticket. "Postmarked last year. Only 2 towns over. And guess what's in that town? A genealogy center." We drove there the next day. It was me, Mom, and Gina, all dressed like we were either going to church or interrogate someone's estranged twin. The receptionist at the center was named Doris, and she wore a name tag with glittery rhinestones and a frown that said, "I've seen some things." "Can I help you?" she asked, peering at us suspiciously. "Yes," said my mother. "All business. We're looking for Clara May Holloway. She might have been adopted in 1968 under that name. Or changed it. Or recently used this P.O. box. She slid the envelope across the desk to contact our late mother. Doris blinked, then sighed. "Oh, honey," she said, and reached under the counter. "You better sit down." Turns out, Clara had been there. Not just once, frequently. She'd come in after seeing Nana's obituary in the paper, but hadn't known how to reach us. She left a sealed letter with Doris just in case someone came looking. My mom's hand shook as she opened it. It was written in a neat, elegant script that made it feel both personal and ancient. "If you're reading this, I guess you know the truth now. I met her. I met your mother. We had tea. We cried. We laughed. We looked at each other like mirrors cracked but still whole. She told me she loved me. And I told her I forgave her. I don't want to intrude. I just want you to know I exist. And I've always wondered about you. My brothers, sisters. If you want to meet me, I'm ready." At the bottom was an email address. And a postscript. Also, I don't know who made the bologna cake at the funeral, but it terrified me. I respect it. We burst out laughing through our tears. That night, we emailed her. One sentence. "We want to meet you." She responded in 10 minutes. "Me too. I've waited my whole life." Next week, we're meeting her for lunch. She's bringing photo albums. My mom's bringing Nana's letters. And Gina, of course, is bringing the bologna cake. Some traditions die hard.